Aquarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early October 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as usual and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could test the waters and dip our toes into energy for the lovely Aquarius collective. See what's going on, my guides. I hope you're all doing fantastic, my friends. Talk to me, my guys. What do we got? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which I always find interesting. Let's get it going here. What do we got for Aquarius, please? Thank you. And if you're looking to see me in costume for the holiday, don't worry, I got you in the mid-October region, mid and late. So, okay, we do have this Ten of Wands energy showing up here front and center, and that is something we're really going to want to take a look at because that could be a bit of a warning here, but you really want to watch your energetic state here, that you're not overdoing it in any way. Now, before we start peeling back the layers on that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. Into the reading, though, enough of the promo. This first card, you see it. It's a person with a literal other person on their back. So to me, this does always remind me of that Ten of Wands burden type of energy. So in this time, your natural energy might feel a little bit zapped. It might feel a little bit lethargic. You really want to watch out for your health and vitality when this card leads off on a reading. Now, I always say this doesn't set the tone for the whole entire reading itself, but this is somebody that has a lot on their shoulders, okay? Whether it's emotional weight on the shoulders, physical body issues, even sickness, this is something that needs to be taken care of. Specifically, watch out for any issues of the neck, back, and spine with a card like this, but you might need some rest and recuperation and rejuvenation when that card shows up in the front. Let's get into tarot. And as I already stated, that card doesn't make or break the reading. But let's get these first three out here. We're going to shuffle it up for you one time using the lovely Vice Versa Tarot. Get these first three before the juicy intuitive stuff. Let's go. So, last week's reading was titled An Important Change. You've had a lot of interesting readings the last month or so. It's been like different topics each time. Now, usually I see threads connecting readings from week to week, but shifts and changes in life and your cycles could be heavily important for the Aquarius collective. Okay, so let's keep it going here. We're going to hope for some positivity. We'll get you your first three. Let's see what we got for Aquarius. As you already know, energy is very fluid, nothing set in stone. Only take this how it hits for you, okay? Because this could be other people showing up in the vibe, in the energy. So we do have the Hermit in position number 1. Interesting. Now, that could be a very wise type of card, but it could also be a little bogged down type of energy. Let's see what's up. If it's not a person, of course. Okay, we have the Sword of Truth in position number 2. We have the Ace of Swords. I could already tell this is going to be a nuanced one, Aquarius. It always is for you guys. Let's get one more. We have for Aquarius. Thank you. All right, you're going to have a bonus this week. So on the back end, we have the Five of Swords. And I will say this, like, yeah, sword energy isn't always the kindest, but you're an air sign. This is an energy you should be very comfortable with regardless. And we have the Seven of Swords as your not the Seven of Swords, pardon me, the Seven of Cups as the bonus. So let's go through real quick. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get the juicy intuitive stuff. Lots going on here this week. Might be a couple of warnings. But position number 1, we have the Hermit. This could represent a Virgo in your life. Now, aside from that, when I see the Hermit, I do think this is a big card of inner knowing, wisdom, somebody that is okay with being by themselves sometimes. Like, this is somebody in literal hermit mode when I see it, like pulled back, not as social, just staying inside, watching some Netflix and chilling out, right? That's kind of the vibe I get here. The positives of this is deep knowledge, deep soul searching, meditation. There's a spiritual side to this Hermit. But the rougher side could be somebody that's not communicating well. So you might be having communication issues with people. You might just not be entertaining anyone's stuff right now. That's very possible. But it could represent somebody who's in that mode. We'll explore it further. But in the center, we have the Sword of Truth. We have the Ace of Swords. Now, to me, this card all aces are opportunities. This one could be a little bit stern, right? When I see the Ace of Swords, I do think of someone who might be trying to trim things out of their life, whether it's behaviors, whether it's individuals, but this can be clarity of mind, clarity of thought, clarity of speech. So we could be thinking about that, someone's mental capacity, someone's mental well-being, or conversations, talks, messages when we see this Ace of Swords. Now, of course, it could be an opportunity for you to see the truth or speak your truth big time. But moving to the back end, we have something that raises a little bit of an eyebrow. That could be a warning. We have the Five of Swords. This is a card of conflict, I'll say that. Now, in its most positive, the Five of Swords could be somebody, I mean, this could speak about groups of people or somebody coming out on top, somebody winning after a hard-fought battle. So if that energy hits for you, that's good. But this card can absolutely represent somebody who's out for themselves. This could represent conflict, and pretty bad conflict as well, like when you compare it to some other cards. It could represent an individual that's a little bit narcissistic or has narcissistic qualities. So we could have some issues with this card we're going to have to take a look at when we clarify. It's cold. It's somebody that only cares about their own personal well-being. Now, moving to the bonus card, just real quick, we have the Seven of Cups, which is usually a card of the imagination, the thoughts, but it's absolutely a card of different paths, different choices. So in the coming days and weeks, there might be a lot of different possibilities and paths for you to walk down. Hopefully you choose the right one. But you could also be stuck in the mind a little bit, especially with the Seven of Cups and all this air. Let's dive deeper on all of it though, Aquarius. Let's jump in and clarify. So we're going to shuffle it up one time here for the Aquarius Collective, please, and thank you. And I will say this before we get into it any further, the fact that there's like so much air energy, your mind could be super active, or there might be something you want to say. But yes, this is where I go intuitive, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as I always say, tarot is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Okay, so let's go in on this Hermit. And also, if you read tarot yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If there's anything you're feeling off this spread that you want to say to Aquarius, you could just drop it down below. I don't mind. Hermit time. Why's the Hermit here? Thank you. Okay. All right, this is giving me a very odd feeling. All right, and now just stick with me here because this is the portion of the reading where I do, like I just explained, where I just tell you how it's feeling to me. I'm getting the vibe of like somebody biting their tongue for such a long time and repressing it until it finally just erupts and explodes out. Okay, so not saying that's definitely you, but that could be someone you're connected to that has been suppressing and repressing something and biting their tongue about it. And then finally, like, something is going to be said or something's going to be done here. Like, this is explosive in nature. Like, it's something bubbling over, almost volcanic-like, with the Eight of Wands underneath this Hermit. That's just the vibe it's giving me. Now, technically, this is the Eight of Wands in reverse as well. So kind of the same message can still apply. Right? With the vice versa tarot, both cards have front and back. So I would beware of repressing things too much. If there's something on your mind, if there's something bothering you, I would try to find some sort of release before there is this explosion. Okay? Whether it's an explosive conflict or somebody just bubbling over, right? Somebody might need some sort of release. Repression and stuffing it down isn't going to work here. Okay? We're going to keep moving. I don't feel like I need to, I mean, it could be a warning, right, about these explosive energies. So let's keep moving. We'll just leave that as it is. I think I made my point clear. But let's go in on that Ace of Swords, because we do have all these cards of communication showing up. Sword, fire, we got showing up now. Yeah, we have the Moon in reverse here underneath the Ace of Swords. Okay. The Moon in reverse is either somebody figuring something out or finding something out, something that wasn't known being brought to light. So this could be either secrets being unveiled, hidden things, hidden situations coming out. This is a big energy of revelation I'm having here. Now, if you're not connected to the Pisces, if you're not connected to Cancer, when we get the Moon in reverse, to me, that is like the truth coming out about something. So under the sort of truth, whether it's an internal realization you have where the dots click, like, okay, it makes sense now. Oh, I get it now. Or this could literally be something coming from dark into light, something being made known. Okay, the energy of things being revealed. And it can tie perfectly in with what we have here with the Hermit and Eight of Wands in reverse, whether it's someone making their feelings known or what have you, or even this being the cause of situations. So there are possible explosive situations and issues here, okay, and revelation, things being revealed, big possibility of that. We're going to go in on the Five of Swords, okay. Only take this message if it hits Aquarius. If it's not hitting, it's all good. You could just check your other alignments. This might be for a very small fraction of Aquariuses to hear, right? Or this is stuff that could be coming down the pipeline. Beware of repression, though. Don't repress things in this time. Speak your peace. Speak your truth, especially if there's something bothering you. So let's go in on that Five of Swords. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. There are warnings to be had here, my friends. All right. Okay, we have double aces, which isn't bad. And the fact that we have the Ace of Pentacles underneath this Five of Swords, this is somebody, it's a little bit cold, right? And yes, it could still be a warning about somebody like being a little narcissistic, being only caring about themselves. But for some of you, you might need to hear this. It's okay to do that sometimes. You might have to look out for yourself. Because one thing that was going through my mind when this Ace of Pentacles came out was like, all right, well, they don't want to give me a chance. They don't want to give me an opportunity. I'll make my own. And that's the kind of vibe I was getting here. Like, no, nobody's going to hold me back. Nobody's going to dictate what I do and when I do it. If this person isn't going to give me a chance, I'm going to make my own chances. I'm going to take my own liberties. Okay, because if you look around this Five of Swords, we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Ace of Pentacles. These are opportunities, and this person is making it happen. But they might be stepping on others to do so. So whether this is Spirit warning you about an individual like that who's only out for themselves, only out for their own opportunities, or in the lighter sense, it could be Spirit telling you, like, hey, it's okay to look out for yourself. You might be a very humanitarian type of individual where you care about the community. You care about the others, and that's an absolutely beautiful thing. But sometimes you need to build yourself up to give yourself away, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's go through and do a quick recap here, because there's a lot going on, Aquarius, as usual. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, I did say I had this volatile, explosive feeling cutting through this spread. But in position number 1, we have the Hermit with the Eight of Wands in reverse. And it does feel like you shouldn't be biting your tongue much in this time. You shouldn't be repressing things in this time. You shouldn't be stuffing them down, because I'm getting the vibe of something bubbling up and up and up and up. So if you've been biting your tongue for a long time, that could absolutely spill out in an explosive manner, like volcanic almost. Or, as I said several times, this could be someone you're connected to that is like not speaking their piece. But moving to the center, we have the Ace of Swords with the Moon in reverse. And the vibe this was making me feel is that of revelation, things coming out. What is in darkness coming to light. And it could be connected to that beginning. It could be something on its own. You could be having realizations and revelations within your own mind. But this isn't a time for secrecy. This isn't a time for secrets. This is a time for truth and honesty. And it could be about communication as well, like speaking one's truth. Moving to the very back end, we have the Five of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles. The fact that both aces are surrounding this Five of Swords. Beware of individuals that are a little bit too cold and out for themselves. Okay, but a quote, like I said, it's someone saying, all right, if they're not going to give me an opportunity, I'll make my own. But it might be Spirit asking you to build yourself out, build yourself up, and watch out for yourself in this time. It's okay to take care of yourself. It's okay to build yourself up and look after your happiness. So we have a lot of double-edged swords here. Please take a screenshot. I'd love for you to interpret this as well. Very intriguing. We're going to get you one shadow card. Let's see what's going on. A lot going on there. A lot going on there, Aquarius. What's going on? And yeah, we're using the Shadowland Tarot for this portion, which it's a beautiful deck. It's very good for soul searching. So that's what we're going to do here. What's in the shadows for Aquarius? Real quick. It won't take up much more time. There it is. Thank you. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands. This is a big card of self-confidence. For a portion of you, this could be a fire sign that may have left a mark on you. Even a mother figure that may have left a mark on you that you might need to examine here. But when I see the Queen of Wands, I think of self-confidence straight up, like how someone feels about themselves. Because this is a very beautiful, sexy, confident type of card. So in this time, it could be Spirit asking you to analyze this. Are you feeling bad about yourself? Are you not confident in yourself and your abilities? You might need to look at the root cause of that. Now, for another portion of you, you might be overconfident. So it goes both ways here. But there is something tied to how one feels about themselves. Is it realistic? Okay, that's the only thing I want to ask you. Is your self-perception of yourself realistic? Okay, so Aquarius, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. For the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the wonderful Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments which tarot card you'd like to see me dressed up as for Halloween this year. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.